I was greeted by this fog that immersed the air. And it overtook me in such a way that I felt like I was in a dream almost. It enveloped my senses and took me to another place, as if I wasn't really there, but I was there, and I was in shock. And the stench of it all, it was just so overbearing, and it reeked. It really reeked like burning and ashes and filth. I was in New Delhi, India, for the first time. A 16-hour flight, and this is what I came to. It was dark and kind of eerie in a way. But I'd only be there for a day, so it didn't matter. I was going to get up the next day and take an adventure and see what this place was all about. It's true what they said. It's true about the poverty there. You never really appreciate what you have until you see what other people go through and what they don't have. And it's sad. It makes me really sad. So much traffic, noise and pollution and poverty. Traffic, noise, pollution, and poverty. That's what I went home with. Seeing all of those children in the streets, the stray dogs and the beggars. They were pretty persistent. They wouldn't stop. They wouldn't stop. It's no wonder they came to America. Or they come to America, I should say. Who would want to live there? Who would want to live in that environment? It almost seemed like there was no order in the streets, I should say. But yet they do have some type of order. They have their caste system. And it's whatever you're born into. That's your fate. Some have so much, the riches. Yet the other ones live in squalor. It's so disheartening to see. It's so gut-wrenching that they could create this system for humans. And why? Where are the benefits? What are the benefits? And I think about all the Indians that I've encountered. Friends from my past that I knew. It never dawned on me to ask them why they left India, why they came to America. Do they miss it? Is it better here? In my opinion, I'd say so. Only based off of what I saw that I never knew I would see years later. America, land of the free, home of the brave. That's what they say, right? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Okay, maybe not. America the beautiful. I'd say America is a lot more beautiful than what I saw there in India that night and that day. But then again, I feel there's beauty in everything. And there's pain in everything. But it's opportunity. It's opportunity that people want, that people need. I don't think there are that many opportunities in India. I used to work with somebody too when I flew the friendly skies. He was Indian. He was boastful, arrogant, talked about his country, India, and his people, and oh, it's great there, and I'm rich. We live in castles, and we have all of these cars, and he disgusted me. As if he were better than anybody else. As if what he had, everybody wanted. Oh, India's not poor. No, it's not like that. Well, I saw it with my own eyes. So you could say whatever you want to say. Hide it. Disagree. Because the fact of the matter is it is what it is. It is what you see, what you believe it to be. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Say something about those two lines. What do you see when you sing them?
The sun is rising.
Yeah, you see that?
And I'm in a new place.
Aha, you see that?
Yeah.
So you see that? The sun
Yeah.
is rising, I'm in a new place.
Yeah.
That really is an immigrant song.
Yeah.
The sun is rising. And then there's an accompaniment on the music, on the piano, or, still going on. So even whilst you are speaking, there's something on the underground that is still the national anthem. So by the time you're done with that rendition, we can take it out as a piece, and people can see how you have interpreted the national anthem from the point of view of, even if you are not an immigrant, but that you're creative and your imagination can go places you've never even been, even in that way. So, and you can connect that with the struggle of the average immigrant.
He had a voice. Strong voice. A deep, seductive voice. It captured my attention as I sat there and listened, smiling and gazing in awe at his presence as he strummed his guitar. I sang along to the songs I knew and wondered, what if I was in a happy place? Music makes me happy. I smiled. I danced. And then he asked me to sing with him. And my heart began to race in my chest. He wants me to sing with him? Well, that's nice. I guess I should go sing with him, I thought to myself. Okay, why not? What do I have to lose? So I went up there, and he asked me what I wanted to sing. And of course, I drew a blank. A million songs in my head, and I couldn't think of one. And then he suggested Shallow Hal. And I thought, oh wow, maybe that's what we'll become. We'll become like the couple in the movie, A Star is Born. He's a singer and a guitarist, and I'm a singer, and he introduces me to this whole world of stardom. Sometimes I let my fantasies get the best of me. Anyway, in that moment, we sang together. He looked at me and I looked at him, and there was beauty in that. Well, little did I know, he had a motive. He had an angle. And he was going to use me to get what he wanted. Or so he thought. I felt some sort of betrayal. I felt hurt. I felt angry. felt used. I went through all of these emotions, all in the course of 15 minutes. When he told me he had a proposition, and it was via text message. I didn't know what it was at first, but I thought maybe, it had something to do with us creating music together or something like that. No, I was mistaken. That's not what it was. That's not what it was at all. He asked me if I could marry him. Marry him. For love, I would have considered, but I barely knew him, so there was no love there. There was just the idea of what could have been, and he ruined it by presenting me with this proposition of marriage for papers so that he could stay in America. For his music career. Even though I didn't know him that long, there had only been a few encounters of us singing together, and everything revolved around music. And I was happy for him, and I was rooting for him, and I was a fan of his. All of that came crashing down, and it just disappeared after he asked me that. How dare you? How dare you think that you could just confront me in such a way and think that it was okay? He's gone now. I guess he couldn't find anyone to help him out in that way, and he had to go back to Brazil.